Good evening and welcome to the 2018 Law School Hooding Ceremony. Will the audience please stand for the national anthem and remain standing for the invocation, which will be delivered by Grace Glover, member of the class of 2018 and Vice President of the Student Bar Association.
Please bow your heads. Father, we thank you for our time here together, for all the friends we have made, and for all the times of great learning. We thank you for all who have given their energy and skill so that we can graduate today. Our professors, mentors, families, and loved ones. We thank you for them and give them all to you in prayer. As this chapter of our lives closes, so a new one begins. We present ourselves like an open book before you. We ask that you fill our minds with your thoughts, our bodies with your strength, and our hearts with your dreams, so that we may eternally love and serve you this day and every day. We ask this in the name of Jesus Christ. Amen.
Please be seated. Dr. Turner, members of the law faculty and staff, members of the class of 2018, distinguished guests, family, and friends, it is a great pleasure for me to welcome you to the Law Quad on this happy occasion. To our wonderful degree candidates, I extend on behalf of the faculty and staff our most sincere congratulations and our very best wishes. You have achieved so much during your time with us, and we are so proud of each and every one of you. We are thrilled to have so many family and friends of our graduates here today to share in this beautiful celebration. We do recognize, however, that this is Texas and it's a little unseasonably warm tonight. If you need to take a break from the heat, please know we are simulcasting the ceremony in 2 classrooms on the floor of the building directly behind me. Please feel free to make your way in and out of those rooms if you need some relief from the heat. There are also many coolers scattered around the quad with bottles of water for you. We are so honored this evening to have with us the 10th president of Southern Methodist University, Dr. R. Gerald Turner, who has served as president of SMU since 1995. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Turner, who will also introduce our distinguished speaker tonight.
Thank you, Dean. And I know some of you have already enjoyed at least one other commencement exercise, and so welcome to the closing one on the 103rd day, commencement day in the history of SMU. And so it's great to have the opportunity to celebrate the achievements of those who will be graduates of the Dedman School of Law after this evening. Our speaker is Mike Boone, and he received his BBA in accounting from the Cox School of Business at SMU in 1963. And his JD from the SMU Dedman School of Law in 1967. While in law school, he served as associate editor of the SMU Law Review. In many ways, he's a true legal entrepreneur. He's a co-founder of the law firm Haynes & Boone, which has approximately 600 lawyers located in 16 offices in the United States and internationally. He has more than 40 years of experience in mergers and acquisitions, corporate finance, security transactions, and board of director representations. I know of one particular person here in town who has many acquisitions to his credit. They usually occur in New York, and often he will ask Mike to come and sit against the wall and just watch what's going on and cover his back. That's how much he trusts him. He's been selected as one of the 25 greatest Texas lawyers of the past quarter of a century and the go-to lawyer in Texas in the field of corporate and business law by Texas Lawyer Magazine in 2010. He was also named a 2015 Lawyer of the Year in Corporate Governance by Best Lawyers, was recognized by Chambers USA 2016-2018, and was featured in CEO Magazine's Dallas Most Influential Leaders from 2016 to 2018. He has served with great distinction for 4 years as the chairman of the Board of Trustees of SMU. His term ends at the end of this month, although he will continue on the Board of Trustees and will become chair of the Executive Board of the Dedman School of Law. He's a past recipient of the law school's Distinguished Alumni Award and the SMU Distinguished Alumni Award. We're very proud that Mike Boone is a graduate of this school and will be addressing you this evening. Please join me in bringing forward Mike Boone.
Thank you, Dr. Turner, for those kind words of introduction. I appreciate it. President Turner, Dean Collins, members of the faculty, graduates, and their families and friends, thank you for letting me share this evening with you. It is a great honor, needless to say, to be asked to be the commencement speaker tonight. Let me begin by extending my heartfelt congratulations to you graduates. You have come a long way over the last 3 years. You have successfully run the law school gauntlet. You studied harder than ever before, endured tremendous stress, and absorbed an enormous amount of knowledge. As a result, you've learned a great deal about the law in various subject areas, and you have learned the fundamental skills of lawyering. Moreover, the law school has transformed your way of thinking. If some of you have seen this movie before, you will recall this, but in the movie The Paper Chase, the lead character, Professor Kingsfield, famously described to first-year law students how this mind-changing process works in law school. And I quote, "You teach yourselves the law, but I train your minds. You come to law school with a skull full of mush, and you leave here thinking like a lawyer," end of quote. So for better or for worse, for your families and friends, you'll be leaving SMU tonight with a rewired mind that is especially programmed for analytical and critical thinking and dangerously prepared to argue both sides of the same issue. Whatever the case, you have much to be proud of this very special evening. The law degree you're about to receive will forever speak volumes about your intellect and your grit. Your perseverance and self-discipline have paid off. That is why this is a weekend of celebration for you and for your families and friends. So savor every moment of it. You have truly earned it. It was 51 years ago this month that I received my law degree from SMU. And I stand here this evening with a heart filled with gratitude for all that SMU has done for me. It gave me an excellent legal education that has enabled me to compete at the highest levels in the specialty areas in which I practice. Moreover, it was here in 1967 that I won the lottery for law firm jobs by simply registering for a securities law seminar that I thought at the time was going to be taught by Professor Alan Bromberg. But as it turned out, Professor Bromberg was on a sabbatical to Yale Law School that semester. So a 35-year-old practitioner in Dallas by the name of Richard Haynes was asked to teach the course. He had been out on his own for only 2 years. Dick was a brilliant lawyer, an excellent securities law teacher, and a first-class person through and through. It was his first time to teach at SMU. About the 6th week into the semester, as I entered the classroom, Dick asked me to see him afterwards. I assumed that he wanted to talk to me about my term paper. But when I approached him after class, he asked if I had started interviewing for a job, and I answered yes. He then told me that he was thinking about adding his first lawyer, and he wanted to know whether I would be interested in interviewing with him. Of course, the rest of the story is that I joined Dick Haynes right out of law school. And 2.5 years later, on January 1st, 1970, the firm of Haynes & Boone came into being. If it had not been for the convergence of all these events at SMU, Dick and I probably would never have crossed paths, in which case there never would have been the firm of Haynes & Boone. And in turn, my legal career would not have been as adventurous or as fun or as fulfilling as the one that I have enjoyed for the past 50 plus years. It is very humbling for me to ponder what has occurred in my life since I first walked into Dick Haynes' classroom. Understandably, many people have told me time and time again how lucky I was that out of the 25 or so students in that seminar class, Dick selected me to be his first lawyer. However, I believe that much more than luck was at play. From my perspective, I've always expressed my deep gratitude to God for all that occurred on this campus back in 1967. Now, my charge this evening is to provide you graduates with some helpful insight and practical advice for the journey that lies ahead of you. I want to begin by first briefly calling your attention to the importance of being proactive throughout your entire career in protecting your personal well-being. Why? Because during your career, you are going to encounter pitfalls that can do you in, so to speak, if you fail to adequately guard against them. For sure, you're going to face chaotic time demands, stressful days, and difficult pressures that can interfere with your physical and mental well-being. Likewise, you're going to find that the accolades and the highs that you receive from your professional achievements can become very, very seductive, even to the point that your legal career can become your master. But none of this has to be so if you will seriously manage the risk that I'm talking about wisely. In that connection, and based on my years in the law trenches, so to speak, I believe that the root of most personal problems stemming from law practice is the habitual failure of a lawyer to focus on maintaining a healthy work-life balance. In contrast, those lawyers who are very intentional about safeguarding themselves can have both an extremely challenging legal career and a very fulfilling personal life. They take appropriate actions early on in their careers to insulate themselves from such risk. Preparing their health-wise, they exercise, take vacations, make sure they have adequate sleep, they stay active in their communities, and so on. They maintain a self-awareness all the time as to whether their work is pushing them to the limits. Moreover, if it reaches that point, they take remedial steps to make sure that it does not become the norm for them. And there's one other point here that I need to make. It is essential, very essential, that you make sure that the glitter, the fast pace, and the thrills of law practice never become between you and the personal relationships that matter most in life. As you manage your work-life balance, you must always take into account the interest and the feelings of those who are most dear to you. That is something that is non-negotiable, simply cannot be neglected. Now, the next thing I want to mention is to just caution you about the issue of money. I have witnessed over the past 50+ years the demise of many lawyers and law firms who made the grave mistake of letting the pursuit of money become the primary driver behind their legal careers. Doing that is much like putting the proverbial cart before the horse. My advice here is quite simple. Always have as your primary driver for your career to be your desire to become a great lawyer. When you achieve that goal and when you concentrate on achieving that goal, you can rest assured that the money issue will take care of itself naturally. Now, finally, on this point about being prepared to take care of yourself is this. I feel obliged to warn you of what I believe will be the greatest irritant to you in law practice. It is having to deal with jerks. Yes, I said jerks. You are for sure going to run into jerks in law practice. Some people say our profession has more than others. But life is simply too short to have to put up with jerks. I can predict now that most of you will try to find ways to graciously manage jerks that come your way. But eventually, your patience will run out with most of them. That is when you will do what I did many years ago, adopt a no-jerk policy for yourself. Such a policy will be very good for your mental health because you'll be able to deal with them on a consistent basis. And my policy consists of 4 easy rules, and it goes like this. Rule 1, do not work with jerks. Rule 2, do not work for jerks. Rule 3, do not cut jerks any slack. And finally, rule four, do not ever become a jerk yourself. Now, all that is because I have had to do a few battles, and thank you. I've told some people, and it's happened many times, I've been put in rooms to negotiate a very difficult, complex contract, and the other side of the table is a jerk, and it's never pretty. And I don't use four-letter words, but you just can't put up with them. All right, now on to another area. After 50 years of law practice, I think I have a pretty good idea of what a great lawyer looks like. I have worked alongside as well as against many great lawyers. Assuming that you are not leaving SMU with a plan to become an average lawyer, I would encourage each of you to think about what it will take for you to become a great lawyer. Toward that end, I would suggest that you consider examining the character traits of the great lawyers that you will cross paths with in your law practice. You will find these character traits to be very, very instructive in how you may want to shape yourself in the world of law. I will now, because of time limits, focus on the 5 traits of great lawyers that stand out the most in my mind. There's usually people list 15 or so, but I'm going to give you the top 5 that I like. The first one, the character trait I like, is that great lawyers are lifelong learners. Because of their basic drive to be excellent at whatever they do, they are always striving to learn ways to improve their skills and their knowledge, both inside and outside the field of law. Without doubt, lifelong learning will be an essential to your success because it will help stimulate your imagination, your curiosity, and your creativity. The second character trait I want to mention is that great lawyers are resilient people. They have a mental toughness that enables them to bounce back from disappointments, defeats, and other adversities that come their way. Adversity can sometimes knock them down, but it never keeps them down. Since no one can escape adversity, it would be wise for you to always cultivate within yourself the will and the grit to push through adversity. It is never easy, but it is doable if you will take the time to mentally train yourself to move forward with self-determination whenever you come upon adversity. The third character trait that I want to mention is the great lawyers is their willingness and ability to tackle the hard stuff of law practice. And when I say hard stuff, I mean that legal work which is the most challenging to get done because of its complexities, the personal demands that are imposed on you, the high stakes involved, and the fact that your reputation may even be on the line. If you saw the movie A League of Their Own, you may recall the scene in which Tom Hanks, the manager of a women's professional baseball team, confronts his best player after she tells him she is quitting the team because the demands of competing had become too hard. Hanks responded, "It is supposed to be hard. If it wasn't hard, everyone would do it. The hard is what makes it great." The same is true with law practice. The more challenging the work, the more exhilarating and rewarding it is to do. Just remember this, lawyers who dare to be great, who dare to be at the top of their professions, do not shy away from the hard stuff. And now for the fourth one, and I think it's probably the most overlooked character trait of great lawyers, even though from my perspective, it is most often the difference maker between winning and losing in legal battles. What I'm talking about is that great lawyers are at their very, very core warriors in the best sense of the term. They hate losing. Their grit, energy, and self-determination drive them to give it their all in whatever they are up against. They are always keenly aware that their clients are counting on them to carry the day. It is this fierce competitive spirit that enables great lawyers to be strong, focused, and zealous advocates for the people and for the causes that they represent. That is why clients always want them at their side when a battle is at hand. But let me be very, very clear on this point. The lawyers of whom I speak never surrender the qualities of being decent human beings. They always treat their adversaries with dignity, respect, and civility. As a result, when a hard-fought legal battle is over, they are not only beloved by their clients, but they are also respected by their opponents. Finally, I want you to think with me for a moment about the ultimate hallmark of a great lawyer. It is the one character trait that you cannot talk about enough. I'm referring to one's living a life of integrity. Integrity encapsulates the human qualities of honesty, trustworthiness, reliability, and fair-mindedness. Your reputation for integrity will be the most important credential that you ever have with you when you go into the marketplace and when you go into your community. A reputation of integrity will open doors of opportunity for you. On the other hand, no one will want to be involved with you if your integrity is in question. Retired United States Senator Alan Simpson said it best: if you have integrity, nothing else matters. If you do not have integrity, nothing else matters. Always remember that you will never be judged on the basis of whether you meant to do the right thing, but rather, in fact, did you do the right thing? To guard against breaches of integrity, you must live, think, and practice integrity every day of your life. Let me close by wishing the class of 2018 the very best for the journey that lies ahead. It's going to be exciting and challenging adventure with many unexpected twists and turns. And that's what will make it fun, and that's what will make it great. Always dream big, dare to be great, and stare down your fears. Then go out and give it your all every day in making a positive difference in the lives of other people. If you will do that, you will make your loved ones very proud, and the world will be a better place because of you. God bless. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Boone, for your inspirational remarks. I can imagine no finer example of the kind of lawyer that I know our graduates aspire to be. Our valedictorian this year is Mary Frances Summers. Mary graduated summa cum laude from Harding University with a Bachelor of Science in Public Administration. She received the Hatton W. Sumner Scholarship for the law school. Mary was an associate managing editor for the SMU Law Review and a student attorney in the tax clinic. She also completed internships with Texas Scottish Rite Hospital for Children, Magistrate Judge Paul Stickney, the IRS Office of Chief Counsel, and with LaDuff America through the Corporate Counsel Externship Program. Mary will be joining the law firm of Weil, Gotshal in Dallas as an associate in the tax section. As Mary comes to the podium, please join me in congratulating her for this tremendous accomplishment.
Thank you all for coming today, and congratulations to the SMU Dedman School of Law class of 2018. We made it. When I was walking to my last class a few weeks ago, it struck me how deeply we've come to know this place over the past 3 years. When we arrived to the school, we were confronted with uncertainty despite any efforts to know what law school would be like ahead of time. We stuck around and gradually figured out where we were supposed to be and what we were supposed to do, and now we know all kinds of things about this place, like the best spots in the library for avoiding the undergrads who sneak in during finals, which restroom in Florence could double as a sauna, and how Mustang Donut smells at 3 a.m. when you're turning in your 1L brief to the golden mail slot. More important than knowing the place is knowing the people in it. We know that this is a place where you don't have to worry about asking other students for notes if you miss class. A place where a career counselor will stay late into the evening to talk about your goals, and where a professor will set aside the last class of 1L year to remind us that learning the law is not about hypotheticals, but about changing the lives of the individuals we encounter in our careers. We've shared significant experiences together, and we have so many achievements to show for it. We've won moot court championships, conducted trials, planned successful fundraising events, led clinics, managed 3 legal journals, built legal services apps, and completed thousands of hours of public service. Through all this, we were supported by 2 groups of people.
There were those inside the law school who cheered us on when we encountered challenges. When students faced health issues, grieved a loss, added to their family, or got married, we were there for each other. We were mentored by so many students, faculty, administration, and alumni who are dedicated to the continuing success of our school. We were also supported by those in our lives who were either stuck with a lawyer in the family, or, crazier still, those who were committed to a friendship or relationship with one of us while we were law students. Kudos to you all for surviving our constant discussion of law school. I will always be grateful to those who supported me throughout the last 3 years. I wanted to say a special thank you to Professor Hanna, Professor Robinson, Professor Mazur, Judge Cooter-Hale, Beth Lee, my Weil Summer Associate class, my 2017 April auction crew, Natalie Fortenberry, Liz Seabury, and so many wonderful Hatton W. Sumner's current alumni, students and alumni. Thank you to my family, my friends, and most of all, my husband and fellow law school graduate, Tyler, who has been on my team from the very beginning of this journey. I love you. As we leave here today and enter a new profession, we are again confronted with uncertainty despite our efforts to know what the practice of law will be like. We may be tempted to react to the struggle of starting something new by panicking or isolating ourselves. But our experience during law school makes it clear that we do not face the unknown unequipped or unsupported. When learning a new way to analyze problems, we work to improve when things didn't go our way and found success. When faced with the pressures of law school, we were supported by mentors and loved ones. Deliberately taking steps into uncertainty will enable us to face difficulties in our careers without being overcome by a fear of failure, because throughout these experiences we have built resiliency. We can trust in our capability to solve the problems set before us because we have spent these 3 years honing the skills and mindsets which will serve us in the future. I can't wait to see all the wonderful things our class will accomplish. I know that the SMU Dedman School of Law class of 2018 will continue to impress because you've all demonstrated such a fierce drive to excel during our time together here. Congratulations again, and thank you.
Thank you so much, Mary. I now want to take a moment to acknowledge a few of our faculty colleagues. We were deeply saddened to have lost one of our beloved faculty members this past year. Professor Regis Campfield was the Marilyn Jean Johnson Distinguished Law Faculty Fellow and Professor of Law at the law school, where he taught for 32 years before retiring in 2009. His important and enduring contributions to the area of trust and estates made him a true luminary in his field. He was a prolific writer, scholar, and speaker from the beginning of his academic career. At SMU, he taught courses in wills and trusts, estate and gift taxation, and estate planning. He was the author of 5 books and many other articles and publications. Many lawyers had the privilege to study under Professor Campfield's watchful eye and instruction, and many scholars and practitioners have relied upon his extensive body of scholarly work. He had a deep compassion for and dedication to SMU Law School, and he will be greatly missed by his colleagues, former students, and friends. Please join me in a moment of silence for Professor Campfield. I would also like to honor 2 of our retiring colleagues this evening. Professor Linda Eads joined SMU in 1986. She teaches and writes in the area of evidence, ethics, constitutional law, and women in the law, and has written numerous books and articles. From 1999 to 2000, she served as Deputy Attorney General for Litigation for the state of Texas, and in 2007 received the State Bar President's Award. She recently served as Associate Provost and Director of the Hunt Leadership Scholars Program and worked tirelessly on behalf of students and faculty across the university in these roles. She was named to the American Law Institute and considered one of Texas's top women lawyers. She has received the University Scholar Teacher of the Year Award, the Golden Mustang Teaching Award, and the law school's Don Smart Teaching Award. Please join me in thanking Professor Linda Eads for her remarkable career. Professor Victoria Palacios joined SMU in 1991 after teaching at the University of Wisconsin, the University of Utah, and Notre Dame. She also served as an administrative law judge and hearing officer for state and federal agencies. She was a member of the board and the chair for the Utah State Board of Pardons from 1982 to 1990. She also served as a consultant for the National Institute of Corrections and the Department of Justice. She teaches and writes in the areas of criminal law and procedure, juvenile justice, sentencing, and the death penalty. In 1980, she received the Chicano Unity Award for activities involving Hispanic women and was inducted into the Order of the Coif. Please join me in recognizing and thanking Professor Victoria Palacios. The faculty of the Dedman School of Law are both scholars and teachers. Through their scholarship, lectures, and other activities, they have influenced the path of the law around the country and around the world. But it is primarily as teachers that our students have known us. As an affirmation of the importance that we attach to teaching, the school has established a prize to be awarded each year to the member of the full-time faculty who is voted by the graduating class to be the best classroom instructor. The Outstanding Teacher Prize is known as the Dr. Don M. Smart Teaching Award, so named because of a generous gift by a member of the class of 1965. Will Matthews, outgoing president of the Student Bar Association, will announce the winner of the award. And as Will comes to the podium, I want to thank him for his wonderful and energetic leadership of the student body this year. Will, come on up.
Good evening. I have the pleasure of presenting the Don Smart Teaching Award voted on by the 2018 graduating class. This professor, who is also a Texas native, is one of the best. It is with great honor that I present the 2018 Don Smart Teaching Award to Dale Carpenter. Congratulations, Professor Carpenter.
The music, color, and pageantry of this hooding ceremony are a joyful tradition for the law school community. The 26 countries and the many states of the class of 2018 are represented by the flags that you see around the Law Quad. I would like to acknowledge one of the unsung heroes of the law school, Bobby Hine, who is celebrating 31 years with us and who put this beautiful pageant together. Bobby, can you wave so we can show you our appreciation? Thank you. This JD class was the 23rd class to be required as a condition for graduation to perform 30 hours of public service in order to graduate. The program was begun to honor the principle that a lawyer must always give back to his or her community. The JD class of 2018 performed 23,813 hours of public service for an average of 99 hours per student, an all-time law school record. Please give yourselves a hand. The Dallas-Fort Worth community is better for your service to it. We've instituted a pro bono honor roll for graduating students contributing 200 or more hours during their time at the law school to public service. You can find the list of 46 graduates inducted to the pro bono honor roll in your program. However, we have 5 outstanding students who each volunteered over 440 hours to serving the community, and I would like to take a moment to recognize each of these 5 students for their contributions. If you can stand as I call your name and remain standing until I've called all 5, and please hold your applause until all 5 are standing. Megan J. Scott with 699 hours. Angela Faulkner with 613 hours. Shiv Parikh with 600 hours. Shelby Sedberry with 570 hours. And Alyssa Palatella with 442 hours. Even the motorcycles are cheering you on. Will these students please stand and be recognized? The John E. Kennedy Memorial Scholarships are given in honor of Professor John Kennedy, who served on the faculty with distinction for 20 years until his untimely death in 1989. Professor Kennedy was a beloved teacher at the law school and had a strong commitment to the law as a service profession. It is most fitting then that the awards given in his memory are presented by the JD graduates who are deemed by their classmates to exemplify the spirit of public service by working tirelessly to benefit the law school community. Each scholarship is a cash award, which the recipients will find waiting for them in Dean Yeager's office on Monday. This year, we have 2 recipients voted for this honor by their classmates. Our first recipient is Jordan Dukes. Jordan Dukes is originally from Red Oak, Texas, and received her BBA from Stephen F. Austin State University. Before law school, Jordan worked with Anthem Strong Families, a nonprofit supporting and educating communities to build strong families. In law school, she continued this work as chief student attorney with the Van Sickle Family Law Clinic, where she represented low-income clients in family law matters. Jordan also served as the treasurer of the Student Bar Association and was a dedicated member of the Barristers. During the summer after her first year, Jordan interned with the Capital Murder Division of the Dallas Public Defender's Office. And as a rising 3L, she interned with the Constitutional Law Center for Muslims in America. After graduation, Jordan plans to work as a recruiter for SMU Dedman Law before beginning her career as an attorney. Please join me in congratulating Jordan Dukes. Jordan, we are so proud of you. Our second recipient is Joanna Pierce. Joanna is from Richardson, Texas, and earned her bachelor in animal science from Texas A&M Commerce. She is a Hutchinson Scholar and served on the SMU Law Review Association Board of Editors as a Journal of Air Law and Commerce's Associate Managing Editor. Joanna was the president of Outlaw and was instrumental in organizing Diversity Week at the law school and improving the inclusiveness of our community in so many ways. She was named champion of the 2016 Closing Arguments competition, a 1L Best Brief nominee, and Best Advocate in her round of the Jackson Walker Moot Court competition. After graduation, Joanna will join the Dallas office of Haynes & Boone. Please join me in congratulating Joanna Pierce. Joanna, please stand and be recognized. The Sarah McQuillan Tran Award honors beloved faculty member Sarah Tran, whose selfless service and unyielding commitment to her students and her scholarship in the face of personal adversity represents the very best of our profession. This award is selected by the faculty and is presented to students who exemplify the highest standards of leadership, service, and dedication to the nobility of the legal profession. This year, we have selected 2 students to receive this honor, and this award also carries a cash prize, which the recipients will find waiting for them in Dean Yeager's office on Monday. Our first recipient is Will Matthews. Will grew up in League City, Texas, and received his BBA from the University of Texas McCombs School of Business. At SMU, Will was a student in our intensive joint JD Fast Track MBA program. He served as both president and treasurer of the SBA. Under his leadership, the SBA formed recreational teams in several sports throughout SMU's intramural sports program, including a championship soccer team. I have been asked to point out, though, that Will's student team was unable to beat the faculty basketball team last week at the student faculty basketball game. The SBA also created a new craw for charity event and changed the Barristers Ball to a formal event, and together these efforts raised $6,000 for the Bridge and Armor Scholarship Fund. Will serves as an SBA mentor to incoming 1Ls and is co-director of the SBA Mentor Program. In addition, he has worked tirelessly for the barristers. Will externed with HBK Capital Management, served as chief student attorney for the Federal Taxpayers Clinic, and worked with the Alliance family of companies. Please join me in congratulating Will Matthews. Our second recipient is Catherine Parsley. Catherine is from Austin, Texas. She received her Bachelor of Science in Communication from UT Austin. Before law school, she taught English to Spanish students and worked at a community clinic in Austin where she coordinated Reach Out and Read, an early childhood literacy program. Catherine was a member of the SMU Law Review Association and was also involved with the Journal of Air Law and Commerce. She was active in Women in the Law. She interned with the Human Rights Initiative of North Texas, where she helped survivors of domestic abuse and other crimes, and externed with Chief Justice Nathan Hecht with the Supreme Court of Texas. Catherine was very active in the Association for Public Interest Law throughout her time here and served as president of APL her 3L year. She was also very active in the SBA and served as both an SBA mentor and co-director of the SBA Mentor Program. After graduation, Catherine will work for Vincent & Elkins in Dallas. Please join me in congratulating Catherine Parsley. Yesterday, the faculty of the School of Law met to approve the degree candidates for presentation today. In December 2017, there was 1 SJD candidate, 20 LLM candidates, and 18 JD candidates. Today, we have 33 LLM candidates, 214 JD candidates, and 4 JD MBA candidates. In August 2018, we also expect 7 JD candidates, 6 LLM candidates, and 3 SJD candidates to complete their degrees. The students receiving their degrees with honors are identified in the program and by the special gold cords they are wearing around their necks. Students graduating summa cum laude are graduating with a very impressive GPA of 3.8 or above. Students graduating magna cum laude are graduating with a cumulative GPA of 3.6 or above, and students graduating cum laude are graduating with a GPA of 3.2 or above. Mary Summers is our standard bearer, and in a few moments will lead the procession of JD candidates for their formal hooding. There are a few other honors that you may see as the graduates cross the stage. Last night, the Order of the Coif formally inducted its new members of the JD class into their society. The order honors excellence in legal scholarship and is a continuation of the ancient Order of the Coif, which has been in existence since the Norman conquest of England in 1066. Its membership is strictly limited to those students graduating in the top 10% of the JD class. The new members are listed in the program, and you can also recognize them by the special white circular coif, which each one wears on his or her mortarboard. 2 weeks ago, the Board of Advocates admitted 10 students to the Order of the Barristers. You can recognize these students by the medals they wear. This national organization recognizes the achievements and advocacy of 10 graduating students at law schools across the country. We are also proud to count among our student body and alumni a number of veterans of the United States Armed Services, and we are a proud member of the Yellow Ribbon Program here at the law school. We are so grateful for the commitment and selfless service of military graduates and their families. Our graduating veterans can be identified by the special red, white, and blue cords they are wearing this evening. Can I ask our veterans who are graduating today to stand and be recognized? We are so grateful for your service. While we have recognized the particular academic and service achievements of some of our graduates, we do not have time to recognize individually all the amazing things each member of this wonderful class has accomplished. But we know that each and every one of you has done so much, both inside and outside the law school, during your time here. And it has been a privilege and an honor for the faculty and staff to be part of your education. As we honor our graduates, it is also important to give special recognition to their family and friends. For all that these students have accomplished, none of them did it alone. Many of you were supported by a spouse, partner, or significant other. These individuals have encouraged and helped and cheered you on and listened to you complain about your classes so that you might reach this moment. So if you are a spouse, partner, boyfriend, girlfriend, fiance, significant other, will you stand and be recognized so the graduates can properly thank you? Other family members have also played a crucial role in bringing you here today. Your parents, your children, siblings, grandparents, uncles, aunts, in-laws, distant cousins, all have contributed to this milestone in countless ways. Most importantly, with encouragement, concern, and love. So if you are a parent, child, sibling, grandparent, friend, any relation at all to one of our graduates, can you please stand and be recognized so we can say thank you? I would encourage you to stand up to thank your families. For our Masters of Law students who are about to receive their hoods, your time with us was shorter than those who will receive their JD. But you brought us something so special, just as we hope you will take away new knowledge and friendships. Our American LLM students came to us with experience in the practice of law and a perspective gained at another law school. The SJD degree, or Doctor of the Science of Law, is a doctoral program which provides outstanding graduates of one of our 3 LLM programs an opportunity for advanced study and extended research in specialized areas of the law. Our international LLM and SJD students, who have come to us from more than 20 countries around the world, have given us new insights and knowledge about our rapidly shrinking globe. For over 90 years, the law school has offered graduate legal education to lawyers, judges, and law professors from all around the world. Today, there are over 2,000 LLM graduates engaged in either the private practice of law or public service in at least 72 countries. Wherever you go, you will always be part of the SMU Dedman School of Law family. We hope and believe that you will make this world a better place, and we look forward to learning more about your professional accomplishments in the future. We will now proceed with the hooding and diploma ceremony. I do want to ask you, we know everyone wants to take pictures of their graduating student, but please be respectful of the graduating class as a whole and all the other family members who want to see their graduate. I want to assure you that professional photographers will be getting a picture of each graduate after they receive their diplomas. Professors Christopher Hanna, Joe Norton, and Peter Winship will be hooding the SJD candidates. Professors Hanna and Norton were selected by the graduating LLM class to hood the LLM candidates. Professors Dale Carpenter, Joanna Grossman, Tom Mayo, and Keith Robinson will be hooding the JD candidates. The other members of the faculty will now leave the stage and form a receiving line to greet and congratulate the graduates after they have been hooded. A tradition at the law school is that persons who have graduated from the Dedman School of Law in the past and who have family members graduating with this year's class may participate in their hooding. These family members are seated in a special section and will be called at an appropriate time to participate in the hooding ceremony. Assistant Dean for Graduate and International Programs, Martin Camp, will now announce the recipients of the SJD and LLM degrees. Congratulations.
Dean Collins, we are beginning with the hooding of the Doctorate of Juris-Science. This is Hamza Abaeth. Sharif Saeed Al-Galmi. Chachai Laprathana. We will now begin with the recipients of the International LLM. Carlos Luis Agrava Duno. Abdurrahman Al Bin Hamad. Rauf Madad Ajabdan Alan. Adel Yahi Al-Malaki. You have your card? Afnan Abdulaziz Al-Tubati. Jinghua Sai. Yihua Chun. Grant William Creech. Ying Dong. Shi Do. Abigail Clara Danop. Shin Yan Zhou. Shao San Wang. Mong Xuan Wang. Omotolani Hana Salami. Penelope Socorro Parker. Richard Isebi No Pejani. Shin Yu Nu. Sonia Bonice Murray. Stacy Shalane Morrison. Monica Medrano Vargas. Rui Ma. Vifabi Krisiri Sopane. Arthur Naveed Khan. Muhammad Fethullah Gulan. Miguel Gomez. Fong Fong. Xiaoyu Fan. Marianne Deyachok. Dean Collins, we will now hood the candidates for the tax LLM. Drew Johnson. Gim Jones. Dean Collins, this concludes the graduate degrees for the Dedman School of Law this year.
We will now proceed to hood the JD class of 2018. Our standard bearer, Mary Summers, will be hooded first. Mary is graduating summa cum laude. Will Matthews, President of the Student Bar Association, will present the rest of the JD candidates. Will you please proceed to be hooded? Good job. Will the other JD candidates please come forward and proceed to be hooded, beginning with our Student Bar Association officers.
Grace Elizabeth Glover. I need her. Jordan Jackson Dukes. Pablo Esteban Acosta Rangel. Alexander Ray Ailes. Eric Michael Allison. Braden Carlton Allman. Maria Guadalupe Alonso. Mustafa Amil. Alicia Lynn Anderson. Dylan Joseph Anderson. Kyle Adam Argenbride. Ashley Arizaga. Matthew J. Armillo. Amanda Gabrielle Ascoli. Daniel Roland Atkinson. Owen C. Babcock. Christopher Andrew Bailey. Hayden Mackenzie Baker. Mavish Bana. Robert Lowell Banaski, hooded by his father Ben Banaski, class of 1983. Rachel Hope Bachmeyer. Ben Benet. Caroline Hunt Boone, hooded by her grandmother Barbara Hunt, class of 1977, and her sister Alexandra Hunt, class of 2016. Christopher Thomas Brandt. Ashley Nicole Brannon. Erin Molly Brewer. Daniel Clement Bricker. Brittany Morgan Buffkin. Tashina L. Bird, hooded by her cousin Brittany K. Barnett, class of 2011. Matthew Wyatt Callison. Valencia Kalish Campbell. Joe Lucas Carrion. Charles Douglas Carter II. Micah B. Chambers. Raja Chatterjee. Christopher Ryan Childers. Jeffrey Daniel Clark. Alexander Ludlow Cochran. Christopher Singer Cochran. Alexander P. Cohen. Thank you. Tiffany Heather Collins. Allison Carey Conwell. Joseph Stewart Craddock. Sachi Deve. Ryan C. Dean, hooded by his wife, Shauna Dean, class of 2017. Jackie Delaney. Grace Michelle Dixon, hooded by her father, Tom Dixon, class of 1981. Brooke Caroline Doris. Hannah Pauline Joanne Eckberger, hooded by her cousin Derek Taylor, class of 2009. Aubrey Elizabeth Edkins. Ali El-Hor. Daly Rachel Epstein. Angela Nicole Faulkner. Zachary David Faulkner. Thank you. Michael Fetchner. Elizabeth Ann Feeney. Shelby Lee Fletcher, hooded by her father, Robert Brad Fletcher, of class of 1994. Dallas Zachary Flick. Caio Formenti. Morgan Rebecca Francie. Toleran T. Galan. Thanks, man. Samuel Jeffrey G. Drake Jenna. Congratulations. Shannon Elise Glenn. Keelan Marie Granahan. Alicia Grilly Green. Taylor Lexanne Green. Joseph Andrew Guggenheim. Ayush Gupta. Patricio Javier Gutierrez. August Robert Hadwiger. Justin Hahn. Kara Nicole Hargrove. Bradley Lewis Hart.
Throw some swag.
Juvian J. Hernandez. Laurel Leigh Hoseger. Hey. Christopher William Howard. John Austin Hunt. Easy enough. Timothy James Johnston. Taylor Nicole Cara. Jordan Kazak. Justin Keller. Faisal Khan. Haley Marie King. William Lewis Clace. Ilya Koltinatsky. Rahina Leana Lahasrolantes. Caitlin Rose Lawler. Erin Renee Lehman. Sarah Margaret Lehman. Grace Sohee Lee. Efren Lemus. Thomas Leonard. Charles Liu. Courtney Nicole Luster. Cindy McMahon. Catherine McGann. Courtney Lynn Malone Parker. Larissa Mar Tirasova. Fariha Masood. Blake Evan Mattingly. Ann Elizabeth McGinnis. Alexandra Francis McHugh. Sarah Grace McLeroy. Megan Elizabeth McNeil. Caitlin Nicole Miller. Kristen Nicole Miller. Nicholas Joseph Miller. Megan Ashley Moeller. Mashal Momin. Alexander Stefan Morovitz. Christopher John Morris. Alyssa F. Morrison. Joshua Stephen Moser. David Motzenbacher. Alexa Ray Namovich. Rebecca Lee Newman. Matthew Dylan Nyagos. Michaela Desiree Noble. Luke Oberhansley. Joseph Kinney O'Connell. John Daniel Oliver. Brooke Rhea Olson. Spencer Patrick Page. Alyssa Palatella. Joshua David Paltrinary. Shiv Parikh. Catherine C. Parsley. Brooke Kathleen Paxson. Amanda Lee Payne. Joanna Munsell Pierce. Russell Bruce Perlman. Shelby Taylor Perry. Emma Louise Pearson. Victoria Ann Petty. Ann Tam Fan. Emily Lauren Pratt. Park Ryan Presnell. Jacob Woodward Quinn. Cornell Corey Rady. Alexandria Renee Ron. Lindsay Catherine Radican. Hooded by her father, Jeffrey Radican, class of 1989. Michael Rain Riley. Kyle Kinslow Ringel. Jason Steven Rios. Caitlin A. Rodriguez. Alexandra Lauren Romeo. Christopher Lejean Ross. Victoria S. Rutherford. London Margaret Reinanen, England. Marissa Sable. Alexandra Elizabeth Sager. Richard George Saliba. Oops. Ian Bernard Salzer. Corey Allen Scalen. Catherine Lee Schlinke. Me too. Michael J. Schlinkert. Christopher Philip Schluter. Austin Michael Schnell. Brandy Kathleen Schroeder. Stacy L. Schwartz. Megan J. Scott. Shelby Lynn Sedberry. Camille Noel Seibel. Mary Caroline Shivers. Penelope Worth Shumway. Matthew B. Skidmore. Morgan Jean Smith. Andrew Arthur Snyder. Tyler James Summers. Richard Arthur Spar III. Philip Warner Spencer. Tiffany Nicole Stanley, hooded by her husband Reed A. Stanley, class of 2017. Felicia Nicolette Steele Webb. Anne Elise Staling. Elijah Cross Stone. Zachary Carl Stubblefield. Alexis Faye Swansea, hooded by her cousin Michael Swansea, class of 2004. Elizabeth Morgan Talley. Jordan Elizabeth Tenori. Shelby K. Taylor. Mary Elizabeth Black Tipton. Laura Bays Torres, hooded by her husband Jake Torres, class of 2017. John Fernando Trujillo. Robert Clayton Ewell, hooded by his father Mike Ewell, class of 1985. Curtis Updegraff. Andrew James Upton. John Carden Usry. William Chesley Vanderbilt III. Sai Sean Verisang. Jesus Velasquez. Elizabeth Blaine Vinson. Shem Tisaya Vinton. Alan Alton Valentine III. Tess Nicolene Waffelbacher. Kyle Alexander Wagner. Henry James Walden. David M. Watson. Bobby Joe Ryan Weger. Daniel Zachary Weinberg. Logan Joseph Weisler. Austin Michael Brian Watley. Caitlin Nicole Wilkinson, hooded by her fiance Colby Roberts, class of 2016. Sarah Shawn Williamson. Mackenzie Nicole Wortley. Kelly Nicole Ray. Pin Wu. Bailey Tiffany Shea. Tiffany Amanda York. Menshi Zhang.
As our very last candidate to make it down the steps, our faculty will continue to greet and receive them to lead the recessional. As the last graduates make their way through the receiving line, let me take a moment to thank our faculty for their extraordinary work. Our faculty is recognized locally, nationally, and internationally as leaders in their fields. Yet the professional lives of these dedicated women and men revolve around our students and the classroom. As we honor our graduating students this evening, it is also appropriate to pay tribute to your teachers. Will you please join me in a round of applause for the faculty? Students, thank you so much for sharing this very important part of your lives with us. You will always be part of the SMU alumni family, and I hope you will keep in close touch with us so we can celebrate your accomplishments and help you succeed, because I know each one of you is going to do such great things. I wish for you work that brings you joy, family and friends who surround you in love, and the courage to use your law degree to go out and change the world. This concludes our hooding ceremony. We ask that the audience please remain seated until the stage party, the faculty, and the graduates have left. Graduates, please stay seated until the faculty processes, and then you will be directed row by row from your seats. Thank you all so much for being with us here tonight, and good evening.